else, I was like, whoa, this is hot. So as I was watching, and I can see how I'm getting all the tingles, and I'm thinking, what is this that my body is responding to? I could see that it's the voice, the chisel, the jawline, he's got this jawline. And with the mask, it makes that jawline even more prominent, so it just looked so sexy. He's also a man of very few words, the big shoulders. He is extremely mysterious, protective. He's got all the fancy toys. He's stoic. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, he's got these similarities with these emotionally unavailable men that I've been so attracted to in the past. And if you've been a viewer on this channel, you know that I have quite a few videos about unavailable guys, and maybe why you are so drawn to them, why you're so attracted to them, and how to get out of this. So I think when choosing the right partner, it's important to understand that just because you are extremely drawn towards someone, just because you are so attracted to that person, Batman for example, it doesn't necessarily mean this is the right match for you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you can build your life with that person. These qualities are also the ones that I'm looking in a long-term partner. Is this going to be someone who will be willing to work with me in a team when things don't go right? Is this someone that I can rely on if I get sick, if my family members get sick? Is this the person I can rely on if we decide to have children together? Is he going to be a healthy father figure for them? And all these other things, because I may be wrong, but I think whatever Batman represents and the way his character is in a film, he may not be the ideal father figure. I mean, there's so much to unravel there, childhood trauma, everything he experienced. Anyway, I'm not gonna spoil the film for you because I don't want to do this, but I think you should watch it if you haven't. Another thing that happens very often when we are choosing the person, we maybe want to create future together and we want to create a life story together. Very often we choose that person and we think, yes, these things are not working out now, but I will definitely be able to change this about him, and I will amend this thing, and I will mold him into this person that I want him to be. I think this is a terrible mistake, because if you can't accept that person for who they are, there is maybe someone out there that will be able to accept them for who they are. So, for example, going back to Batman, he's got this night gear going on. He doesn't do much during the day. Now, if you have a child with this kind of person and he's not really available ever during the day, and you think, well, as the time goes by, I will change him, I will change his habits, I will change his job, I will change everything about him. I think it's you're crazy. You are crazy. And please stop doing this to yourself. You are hurting yourself so badly. Because there's a person out there that doesn't need those tweaks, and that will be less difficult for you to create life with together. I also think it's very important when choosing a partner to ask yourself, are you choosing this person because of who they are as a person, their personality, their values, or maybe you are choosing this person because of what they do for a living. I was listening to Dr. Huberman's podcast, a man that I also find very exciting. So I was listening to his podcast and he had a guest on. The guest was sharing a story about this woman who met a man at this very huge event, and he was one of the main people there, one of the main organizers or speakers or something, and she was so drawn to that guy. And then fast forward, she had a date with that man. And as she was on a date with that man, she realized how disappointed she was, because the person that she saw on the stage and in that limelight was not really the person that came to have dinner with her. because he was just a different kind of person. Because sometimes it happens when you are on the stage, maybe even when I'm in front of the camera, I'm going to be slightly different than what I am with the people around me, even though I try not to be like fake or whatever. But sometimes you just have to bring different personalities. And this woman said that this man, that he was just himself, not this fancy, powerful alpha male or whatever you want to call it on the stage, that he could not be that person with her. So she could see how she was not interested in him. And of course, that is nothing new, because who doesn't like a person who seems that they have mastered a certain skill, that they're confident, that they exude that confidence. Esther Perel, when she asked a lot of people, when are you drawn the most to your partner? Most of them say that I'm mostly drawn to my partner when I see them in their element, when I see them being confident, doing their thing, and when I can really see that they are so good at that thing. I think when picking the partner, sometimes it can be that you may be so impressed by the glitz. So Batman, whatever he's doing, his gig, killing the bad guys. But then can you also love other parts of this person? Because yes, this is their job, but then there are so many other parts of this person, and we don't just come as a job. Even if someone is a workaholic, they don't come as a job, they come in all the other bits and pieces. Another quite common issue when picking a partner, and I'm very guilty of that, I've done it in the past, is that when you are choosing a partner, or when you find someone attractive, you look at that person and you can see how broken they are from the inside, and you want to create that environment, the healing environment, and you think that with the love and attention and tenderness and everything else that you can give to this person, you will be able to heal them. So you become this you take a wounded animal from a shelter, and you just love them so much, and you think, I'll be able to heal you. So looking at Batman, he's this clearly a very disturbed man with all the things that he's bringing to the table. And now I could see, as I was watching this film, I was thinking how in the past I would have seen this man, and I would have thought that with my love and tenderness I will be able to lick his wounds, turn him into this maybe someone that can even smile. It's very important to maybe not be someone's therapist, and maybe see if this person is open to working on whatever they're struggling with, and if you can't accept them for who they are, and maybe if they say, and I don't want to work on that, maybe that is not your responsibility and it is not your project to take on. Maybe do some knitting instead. Another reason that you may be choosing the wrong kind of person is because you tend to ignore your differences. So opposites attract, and if you are someone who's, for example, me, I'm a very neurotic person. I didn't actually think of myself as that before I did the Joan Peterson's personality test, which I would definitely recommend. Without even knowing this, I've always been very attracted to people that can bring me more peace. So if I'm looking for a romantic partner, I'm looking someone that can bring me more peace, and that in stressful situations is not like the way I am, or someone whose mood doesn't change, 10 times in I don't know what period of time. So without even knowing this, I've always been attracted to that, to balance my neuroticism. But there may be, these differences that will, in a long run, will cause a lot of issues. For example, maybe one person is on an extreme extrovert, another one is an extreme introvert. At the beginning, it may seem very exciting because this person is someone who is finally allowing you to have a social life, and they are taking you out, and they like to be the soul of the party and all these things. But in the long run, you can see how you find that really tiring, and your idea of a perfect Saturday night is staying at home, reading a book, maybe watching a film, and just being still, while your partner will want to go out and will want to socialize. So can you accept that? And can you be like, you know what, maybe on some nights I'll just stay at home and he can do whatever he wants to do? Or are you going to be someone who will be like, you have to be more the way I am, and my way is the right way to be? I think in the long run that causes a lot of issues. Finances can also be one of the reasons why certain couples can't stay together. Make sure you watch this video here. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and always remember that you're worthy of love. See ya!